Diaz Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And another one. Yes, another one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye-ya, the hate. Bye-ya, the hate. Bye-ya. Oh, really, they hate me because they ain't me. Now, trip out. As you can see by that thumbnail, they got your boy. Yep. They placated me, jumped me, smashed me, scraped me. All that. And why? Lakers. Because I was wearing a team or a color, Holmes, that was very unbecoming of where I was at. See, people still trip off colors. Yes, they do, man. They trip because, hey, if you're in the wrong area and you're wearing the wrong things, that's okay. You can get the business. Not the business, right? And in Menudo style in direct fashion, back in the days, they gave me the business where wearing blue. Now, let me tell you the little story. I've told the story before previously in bits and pieces, but this is the true story. These are the facts, Holmes. So I have a primo that's a Southsider, right? My primo's an upstate Surreño, representing to the fullest, doing his thing. A lot of respect for the Vato. The Vato's a real one, okay? Now, I've met Vatos along the lines that will claim one thing in the house, and then when they come out, says, give me no motherfucking bang bang, right? They don't want to bang, and that goes for everybody. You know, there's cowards on every side, Holmes, that, you know, when you run into them, hey, where you from, Holmes? They got big old fucking doc on their face. I'm Christian, right? Of course. I already know, right? You know, fucking bang bang, right? Now, they don't want none of them issues, right? But at the end of the day, that's just a coward being a coward and someone that's signed up for something, not really being aggressive towards that and not really being about that shit. And it happens in everyday life. So be it. Now, trip out. My primo's not like that. He doesn't rock that way. Okay? He rocks soul. That's it. That's what he's about. He's definitely about his action and always has been. So I got a lot of respect for him because he was one of those guys growing up in Northern California, always against the grain, always about his culture, always about his people, and at the same time, didn't give a fuck, Holmes, where he was at, represented. You seen him? He was wearing them Ben Davis cutoffs, baby cuffs, Nike Cortezes, and a blue sweater. You already knew what time it was. Get off where you're mad at, right? A lot of my homeboys from my barrio and from the area knew exactly who my primo was. They knew what he was about. He was representing A-Town, which is Atwater Sureños. And he was to be approached with caution because he had hands and he would use things if he needed to, right? Allegedly. So everybody knew exactly what was up with him. Now, me and him had a saying between us. Hey, when we're together, we got each other's backs. You're my primos. It's sangre over everything. I got love for you. But at the end of the day, Holmes, if we're incarcerated or fucking you're out there wiggling in the guys, you're on your own. You're on your own, right? Now, I remember one day, and my primo, like I said, he had that Sureño style down, man. Nothing but Ben Davis's, Dickies, Cortez's, Chuck Taylor's, fucking brim hats, things of that nature. That was his estilo. That's the way he dressed. You know, you've seen him and you automatically knew he was representing what you weren't, right? Being from Northern California. But I didn't care. I used to be at my primo's house all the time. I mean, our relationship as far as cousins was a lot different from the calles. You know, we knew what we were representing. We knew what it was. We used to play with each other. I'd be like, come to the dark side, Holmes. Obi-Wan, come over here. It gets better over here. He used to be like, no can do, Luke, fucking Norteño Walker, right? I won't do that, right? And that was it. We used to play, like I said, give each other a hard time, but at the end of the day, we're primos. Somos primos, right? So one day, I'm chilling with these chicks, right? And they're like, hey, they call me. Actually, I was at his pad, and they called me. They're like, hey, come over, come through. So I was like, hey, fool, let's go chill with these chicks. But he was with this hyena. He was like, shh. Hey, ese. She's going to hear, Holmes, right? Anyways, let's go over here. What's happening, right? I said, hey, I got 3 of them, 3 bad ones. Let's go knock them backwards, right? Let's go knock them down. You know what I mean? So I was they ain't got much walls after what I did last night, but so I was whatever they have, you can knock the peeling off the fucking plywood, right? He was like, hey, trip out. I'll meet you there later, but look, wait till this shit goes to sleep. It was his old lady at the time, right? I'm not even going to say my primo's name because his old lady probably watches me. Anyways, shrink it. You know how we get down. Anyway, so, he's like, hey, I'll meet you there in fucking a few hours, bro. Just go there and fucking hit me up. And I was like, hey, fool, let me borrow a sweater. You know what I mean? Let me borrow a sweater. It's cold. I knew I was going to have to walk because I was like, give me a ride. He was like, Charlie, my old lady with trips. I think I'm going to get on my mom for some bit. I said, you are? I know, but see, hey, the way my fucking old lady works, just know it ain't going to happen. So I was like, fuck it. I'll walk. I'll get my troop on. I'm already in a troop on. It's all good. So I was like, let me borrow a sweater for a black sweater. He's like, go in my closet and grab whatever you need to grab, right? So I'm fucking in his closet. Ben Davis, and I see a fucking black sweater. I'm like, oh, there we go, a hoodie. Throw that motherfucker on, throw the hood up, and I'm mobbing, I'm trooping. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm in Merced, there's a street called 16th Street. Yep, there's a whole bunch of fucking weirdos that they know where 16th Street is. They go get them a hoe from time to time there, right? Motel Drive. So anyways, right there on 16th, I'm mobbing. And I'm waiting to get to our street so I could bust that ride home, go up under the overpass of the 99 and be in the hood, right? And there, these three chicks, they were living on P Street. So that's where I was going to get to. So anyways, I'm just doing my thing. And a fucking carload full of Nortenos goes by. Now, I recognize this car as the homeboy Little Man. It's his old beat-up Regal. It's primer. There's hella homeboys in the car at all times. That's just the way he rocked. All his whole life, all he did was cruise around and mean mug people, right? Now, he'll get off where he was mad at. You know, nothing, hey, straight up, Little Man was about the business. He's from the West. But at the same time, he wasn't from my body. He was from the West Side. But at the same time, you know, he wasn't no one to be fooled with. But I wasn't really intimidated. But I'd see him. I'd hit him with one of these. Slow motion. Knowledge you can't get in college. Right? It was no big deal. So anyways, this particular night, I'm mobbing. I'm going to knock her, mull her out, and knock out a crown. I said, I'm going to go get my issue. You know what I mean? My money's everywhere. I'm going to try to knock all three before my primo gets there. Taste me. I said, taste me. Fuck you, right? Orale norte. So anyways, I'm mobbing, and they fucking go by me slow, and I hit them with one of these. Right? The homies are there looking at me kind of like they don't recognize me, but they do. But at the same time, they're leery about getting out the car because I might clap them. And I'm walking, and all of a sudden I hear the car, Arr! And I look back and I see brake lights, and they're going, right? And I said, here we go, right? And I said, what's up, bro? And they're like, hey, where you from, homes? I said, dead end, why? What's up? They were like, where, in LA? And I was like, what do you mean, motherfucker from the West, right? It's me, fool, right? And I take off my fucking hoodie, and the fools are like, damn, fool, what are you doing out here? Shit, it ain't nothing but 9 o'clock. I'm walking. What does it look like? Give me a ride. They're like, not with that sweater on, fool. And I said, what do you mean? Right? Little did I know, the sweater I was wearing was not black. It was navy blue. Okay, now that's not a big deal. Navy blue says, yeah, I can get away with that. Orale, Boston fucking Red Sox navy blue hat. I can get away with that. It's what it said on the back. The homie's like, hey, look how you're walking around, fool. You're a fucking baboso. And I said, what do you mean? And when I took that sweater off, are you prepared? Are you prepared? It had a big old Soul X3 fucking A-Town. I was like, what? Dun, 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 right? I was mobbing all around the West Side. Just getting my issue. I'm thinking I was cool. Thinking I'm about to go with the Mamon from outer space. And child-isms, I could have got shot. I could have got, right? Definitely. That was one situation I was able to avoid barely, right? Because the homies were about to fucking bury an AK in my back, allegedly. They were like, damn, we were tripping, man. We couldn't really see who you were. You had the hoodie up. You're rocking that. Shh, bro, we was about to fucking smack your whole shit backwards. I said, I know, man. Spencer. I said, give me a ride. They said, fuck that. So I turned the sweater inside out. I ain't gonna lie. I turned it inside out because I don't want to be representing nothing I was about. It wasn't about the disrespect. It was the fact that I didn't want to get killed on the West Side. Something about the West Coast. Shh, don't tell anybody. Right? They motherfuckers will smack you. So anyways, I got away that time. It was almost misidentification. Well, let me tell you about a time I didn't get away. Hence the content. So I went to this party. I'm at this party, and the way I always wiggled is, hey, I'm a fan of whatever team I'm going to be a fan of, Holmes. If you don't like it, that's on you. So I don't have to be a Sacramento Kings fan because I fucking went to soccer at one time. I don't have to be a Niners fan because every homeboy I have in the hood is a Niner fan just because the color's red. I don't have to be a fucking, a fucking Dodgers fan because I'm from Los or something. I don't have to be none of that. I'm going to be a fan of who I like, my team. Hence, Lakers, showtime. It's time to show up and show out, right? I've always been a Lakers fan. I've always represented the Laker logo. I've always showed love, I understand when you hear the city of Los Angeles, automatically any Mexicano, any Chicano coming from the city of Los Angeles, you identify them as representing something, a certain gang or a certain barrio or a certain organization, whatever the case may be. And that's quite understandable. For the most part, the majority do, right? But there are some out there that just like the Lakers, in Northern California. Hey, I only had 2 channels growing up, right? One of them at night showed Magic Johnson's gay ass doing his thing, and the other one fucking showed fucking Unsolved Mysteries. So I was stuck with what I was stuck with, And I could learn how to do crime, and I could learn how to fucking be a auto. I'm gonna learn how to do crime, right? So anyways, trip out. I was a big Lakers fan my whole life growing up, so I always had Lakers gear on. Lakers jerseys, You know, I was representing like that. Anyways, I go to this party, heavily populated by Nortenos. You know, active Norteño party. I knew some of the vatos there. You know, it wasn't really a barrio party, meaning it wasn't a lot of my homeboys. It was just other vatos from, and actually it was in Modesto. It was a lot of vatos that I knew. As my primos are from Modesto, as primos from Modesto, primos from Turlock. So they were there, and it was just a fucking party. I was there with two chicks. It was going down. I was like, yeah, and I was wearing a Lakers hat and a Lakers jersey, a Kobe jersey, right? I thought I was the shit. Orale Kobe! Fucking, let's go for fucking 88 points, homie, right? And these vatos are in the corner, and they just keep looking at me. Now, I had a red paño. At the time, I had a red paño tucked in my shit, and I would be a fool and an idiot to be there representing a different gang or a different affiliation. You know, I think that they had some fucking common sense, but obviously they didn't. And I was about to not have a fucking a shoulder bone, right? Because they fucked that up, right? But anyways, a vato hits me up. They're looking at me, and I could feel them looking at me. You know, when you're in the corner, you're just doing your thing, and you can feel people, all eyes on me, on some pot shit. I'm like, what are these dudes looking at? They weren't youngsters. They were some fucking G's. They were some motherfuckers about that. You know what I mean? I think, you know what I mean? One of them out there, so I can't call. He pulled it out of somewhere. You know what I mean? I would find out later on in years exactly where that was getting pulled out of. But that's all I heard. So anyways, I'm looking at these dudes. They're looking at me. And one of them walks up to me. He's like, hey, homie, where you from? I said, Merced, bro. What's good with it? He said, oh, you guys rock like that in Merced? Now, he automatically thought I was from the south side. Like, you guys rock like that in Merced? I said, yeah, homies, we rock a whole bunch of different ways in Merced. What's happening, right? I was getting tough because that's the type of attitude I had. I thought I was a tough guy. I was tough for about another 2-3 minutes before they fucking put their tough knuckles against my face, right? But anyways, so I was like, yeah, that's right, Holmes. He was like, okay, all right now. All right, Modesto, Holmes. I was like, all right, orale, Modesto. You know, having a jefito from Modesto, a brother from Modesto, I was like, okay, cool. You know, I've been all through fucking J Street, fucking O Street. I've been everywhere. McHenry, Essex, Briggs, Moore. You know, I got love for the Motown. So I'm just doing my thing. I'm dancing, searching for my baby. With these two chicks, man. All I'm thinking about is going to my Motown. I'm not thinking about fucking gangbanging or nothing like that. I'm with the business, but at the same time, I'm thinking I'm embraced. I'm thinking I'm around a whole bunch of loved ones. I'm around a whole bunch of Norteños, so they're not tripping on me. Little did I know, oh, they was tripping all right. They wanted me to take my Lakers shit off and put Sacramento Kings on. But orderly, I ain't fucking Mike Bibby, homie. You know, or Jason Williams. Orderly Kobe, right? So I'm kicking back doing my thing. And next thing you know, I feel this. Oh, bam, they're on me. Hey, I see fucking whoop-de-whoop, and they're disrespecting. I ain't going to say those terms here because I don't get down like that. I'm not about division. I'm about addition and subtraction, right? Subtract the bullshit, add the realness. Boom, 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 boom. They're giving me the best. My jaw's going here. Snap that, all on the floor. Snap that, all on the floor. Snap that. You know what I mean? Oh, they're putting, I'm a homeboy. I'm a homeboy. You ain't our homeboy, right? They're ripping the fucking Laker jersey off me. My hat got twisted backwards. Bro, one vato hit me so hard he did one of these. Palabra. Boom. I looked at him, he looked at me, and then he uppercutted me. Right? I'm trying to fight back. No, I'm doing the offense, defense. No, get off me. I claim Norte. Right? They're like, fuck you, SN, everything you claim. Asas, right? They pretty much put dick beaters all over me, right? I'm like, fuck, right? The chicks are like, leave him alone. They're like, hey, he's a Southsider. They're like, fuck him, get him, right? I'm like, no, you know I'm not. Look at my back. Peace. I held up the red paño. They're like, where you from, Holmes? I said, Merced, get it, locals, right? I'm all fucking balls everywhere. I'm all beat up, local. Right? I'm trying to breathe, right? I'm a homeboy. They're like, hey, by this time they had my whole Laker jersey ripped off. I was pissed because I was about 200. I'll never get back. Motherfuckers from Motown know me, right? Palabra. Anyways, they ripped my shit off, fucked my hat up. And I was all scraped up. I was on the corner just scraped, right? I was like that vato from fucking movie Menace to Society. You know what I mean? Hey, homie, you got a problem? Oh, nah, man, I'm cool. I was all smashed on the floor like a pancake. Anyways, when they did figure out that I was a homeboy, when the red paño came out, and it was like, hey, well, a vato that recognized me, he was from Turlock, from the old school. He was one of my Theo's homeboys. Knew who I was, so he comes out to see the commotion in the ocean. They're just dragging me up and down fucking whatever street that was in the Motown. The one where all the tacos to 9th Street, they're dragging me. Hey. He finally comes out, he's like, hey, that's a homeboy. They're like, what do you mean? In the middle of ramming my head into a taco truck? What do you mean? They were about to turn my head into birria, right? What do you mean, Holmes? Nah, hey, that's a Norteño, that's a homeboy. That's a righteous homeboy too, right there. I'm like, trying to tell you, motherfuckers, right? Get off me! You know what I mean? My jersey's hanging off and shit. It's an 8 too, it's a Kobe. I'm trying to fucking close it. Hey, they're like, fuck, bro. Hey, Spencer, homeboy. Hey, you want a pistol? What? You want a pistol? We thought you were a Southside, homie. We were about to scrape. You're about to? Motherfucker, you guys did. Yeah, I don't know, my teeth and shit. My shit's all fucked up. My shoulder bone was in the back over here. My shoulder was coming out of the back of my neck. It was a bad situation. Now, I understand. You know, if you're going around wearing the opposite colors, the opposing colors, and I've always been one of those homeboys, man, I'll wear whatever color I want. I don't give a fuck. Well, strike that, reverse it. You better check where you're at. You know, I told the story about going to Oxnard. Orale, shout out and respects to the city of Oxnard, Ventura area, right? And I was there, and, you know, I was wearing the wrong jersey. I was wearing a Raider jersey, and the chick told me, shh, put on my Cowboys jersey. I was like, nah, fuck Aikman, right? She was like, no, you don't understand. The Colonia Chiques, and she started running me down about how different fucking jerseys and different hats and different colors and different things can affect your life. Right? And I got with that program real quick. I was understanding, like, what are they? Fuck it. I guess I'll wear the fucking Dion, right? Now, it's the same thing in Northern California, gente. It's the same thing. If you're out of bounds, if you're wearing the wrong kind, I don't know nowadays. I'm out the mix. See, I don't gangbang. I don't do that. I wear Louis or Fluey, whatever you want to call it, Fluey Vuitton. I do whatever the fuck I want, wear whatever color I want, because I'm an older man now, I'm an older gentleman, and I'm only telling you old stories and truths and facts about how it affected me. But I know back in my days, if you wore the wrong color, you looked a certain way, motherfucking homies weren't playing, man. That goes for both sides, north and south. Motherfuckers would take flight on you quick. Now, luckily, back in them days, they wasn't trying to kill too many motherfuckers. I mean, a lot of motherfuckers did get hit, but I didn't get scraped that night to that degree, or I wouldn't be here on YouTube, right? But I am here on YouTube to say it was an unfortunate experience that I'll never forget. See this right here? My tooth's in Modesto right now, somewhere, posted up. Right there, it's either in Modesto or Patterson. I don't know, they hit me so hard that motherfucker flew. One thing I will tell you though is this, that was my bad for representing the Lakers, right? And I still do it. From time to time, you know, I get mean mugs and shoulder shrugs. People look at me like I'm a rat and a roach and I got a shiesty approach, but I know none of that, right? I'm just a regular auto, Chican, that likes the Lakers. Don't be mad at me. But one thing I will say is the Norteños did scrape me, you know, because I was wearing the wrong colors. I was wearing the wrong representation of what they thought Northern California was. Now, I've seen it happen in plenty of situations. I've been a part of it, where Vato was wearing a blue shirt, and immediately we jumped out the car and did the battle ram on him, right? And he was like, hey, I'm a big homeboy. What the fuck, Spencer? He's like, I just got off work, fool. I work at Walmart, bitch. Alright, that's a Walmart shirt. Here's a Walmart shirt, huh? Where's the yellow? The homeboy was like, shouldn't it be yellow and shit? I'm not a manager, puto. Well, you said, well, fuck, they'll see the, oh, our bad, homie. You know what I mean? I've been part of situations where, man, it shouldn't have happened that way, but it does. Gangbanging is real, man. Gangbanging is real, right? Some people are colorblind, meaning that if you're not their color, that what they represent, and you know they do it by colores, then anyone can get it, man. That's just how it is. That's the way they're bred. I've never been like that. I've always been one of those ones, man. I'm gonna represent the teams I want, wear the colors that I want. And I felt the repercussions for that. Needless to say, I did go back to Modesto to a couple parties. You know what I mean? And I was wearing a Kings jersey. Straight up. Nah, I was wearing a black t-shirt. I didn't want no smoke. But I'm just saying, man, it happens every day. I'm sure that people, unfortunately, have come up dead or in bad situations just because of the colors and the things that they wear. You never know, man. But yeah, Norteños did scrape me over it. And I deserved it. I deserved it because I disrespected them by wearing the fucking Lakers shirt and their shit, right? And they weren't having it. And like I said, I could never get my tooth or my jersey back. And that is what it is. Anyways, just a funny story, man, to tell and a true story to tell. You know, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get every single thing that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, gente, don't wear colors, man, if you're not really about that business, because they'll fuck you up. And there is no allegedly there. That's just facts. If you go into a water, respect that water, homes, respect the rules and regulations, respect what they got going on, you know? Just have a lot of respect. Or stay the fuck up out of there and go to Disneyland. Just say, go be a normal citizen. Okay, I advise that. Please, don't get involved in something. Don't write a check that your ass definitely can't cash, bro. You know what I mean? Or you're going to be like me with 31 teeth left. Bang, bang. Anyways, with that being said, move with a purpose. Go out there and get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, you can only do it for your familia. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe with a thumbs up. If not, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears this Laker crown. Like, I think I'm cool. I can wear Lakers, so they still want me. You know what I mean? Anyways, this is the gun. Bang, bang, and in that fashion.